Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Unfiltered with Mia. So, as you can tell, I'm alone today. I have no special guests. I will be having the solo episode because I feel like it's been a long awaited chit chat. So, if you have some time, if you feel free to listen to me talking about life updates, also announcing exciting news. So grab yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee like me, and I hope you enjoy the episode. So, obviously, I thought it's been a long time since I last had a solo episode where I was just kind of updating what was going on, and obviously most of the episode was really nice ones with amazing guests and amazing stories. But I thought, you know what, for today's episode, I want to sit down with you all and have a heart-to-heart conversation because so much has happened. So let's start from one of the main thing, because obviously you must have seen the reel on Instagram or you've seen the shorts on YouTube, but haven't really had a chance to sit down and obviously explain to you guys about it, which is the big rebranding. So I've briefly explained it in the reels of why we moved from Me As Well to Unfiltered with Mia, but I thought, let me sit down and let me explain to you my thought process while I was thinking of rebranding and why I wanted to rebrand. Obviously, it was a very important decision for me because I don't want to be this kind of podcast that will be rebranding all the time or after a year or 2 years. I needed something that made sense to what I was trying to put out there. So let's go back from the very beginning. Me As Well. Me As Well was perfect when I started it because the idea of Me As Well was me sharing my story, me sharing my journey, sharing all the lessons I've learned across amazing people and putting it out there, because I still remember when I was in the UK all alone, far from my family and friends, I felt lost and I didn't have any podcast that I could find that could relate to my story. And I thought, I want this to anyone out there who can relate. And funny enough is that most of us go through the same phase at some point. How many of us, if I think just of the people from Mauritius and Madagascar, how many of us left our island and went to big cities to make it happen? And these are not small moves. Now, Mauritius and Madagascar is one of them, and I'm pretty sure, oh my god, like there's many people out there who leave their family and come to a new country and try and make something happen and build a career, something meaningful. Hence why, as you must have seen in 3/4 of my podcast, I would say all the people that came on the podcast are all people that left their hometown and came here and built something meaningful. It's all these interaction, all the people I've met like along this journey that kind of made me who I am and helped me to see the world in different perspective. And I thought it would be perfect to get them on board, for them to share their stories, because I want people to learn as I learned with them, sitting with them. So then afterwards, as the conversation was growing, then I realized, I was like, but this podcast is more than just my world. It's not just Me As Well. It's the stories that people come and share. It's the voices, it's the realness. And something that I noticed that actually touched me a lot throughout this journey of me having a podcast was seeing people being able to be vulnerable and their authentic self. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want. I want this podcast to show and perceive authenticness. I want them to see the rawness, because I feel like this is the best way people can connect with each other, when we're real, when we don't put a mask on and we share the reality of things. Then it started to be the journey of like, okay, how am I going to call that podcast if I'm going to stop calling it Me As Well? What is it going to be? And I went through, oh my God, a lot of different names. ChatGPT helped me with few options. And then Unfiltered became like an evident, and I was like, Unfiltered with Mia. Yes, I ran it through my brain many times. I was like, yes, I kind of like this name, because this is exactly what I want to show and put out there. Unfiltered conversation, rawness, the reality of things, which can be good or bad, like whatever it is. We're here to be real. We're here to be our own self. And I want to create this safe space for everyone. So Unfiltered with Mia became an evidence. And then throughout the journey of then finding the name, I must say a big shout out to Meliora Concept Design, who helped me with the logo, because it was finding the right logo, finding the right colors, finding the right picture. And that alone took a couple of weeks, because I really don't want rebranding again. I want something that will stay. I want that name to be out there. I want people to understand the purpose that I'm trying to do, bringing this podcast out there. And I was like, okay, great. This is it. So obviously this is the reason why it is now Unfiltered with Mia. And for anyone who doesn't know yet, because I have a big announcement that will be coming up very soon, where you will not be seeing me on the screen, but you will be able to see me in real life, and we'll be able to be all together in a safe space. There will be an event coming up very soon in November. I won't say much for now, because I want the trailer to be out, and I want everything to be out there first before I sit down and talk about the event with you all. But this is an event that has been on my mind and in my heart for a very long time, and I wanted to make it happen. And I will tell you obviously in due time everything, but it's a way for me also to connect with you who are behind the screen or listening to this audio. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm trying to hold myself because it's really hard, and I'm like, damn, I want to tell everyone now, but I'm just like, nope, I gotta do my trailer first, and after my trailer I shall reveal everything. But yeah, it's going to be a beautiful energy exchange, safe space for a lot of people out there. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I won't say much. I promise I'll do another solo closer to the time to explain of why I'm doing this. So that's basically a bit of a life update in regards to the podcast. Now, let's talk about something else, which is we're now in September. You'll be seeing this, the last week of September. So you'll be seeing this, it will be October. It will be exactly 1 month since I turned 30. Please, a moment of celebration. Woo! I turned 30. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Turning 30 is crazy. At least for me, it was crazy, because there was a lot of mixed emotion, because there was excitement of this brand new chapter, but it was also a bit of fear, because I was like, I'm not gonna swear, but I was like, shoot, I'm leaving my 20s away, and this is it. I'm closing my 20s away. But then, rather than being my dramatic self, which a lot of people know, I was like, you know what is it about the 20s that made me who I am now? And one thing that I thank all my friends to being here for me and explaining to me that this is actually the best time of life, which is true, because hear me out. So when you turn 20, let's go back. So when you turn 20, you're out of your teenage years, you're a young adult, you're not really sure where to go in life, and it's absolutely fine. Some people actually got their life figured out very early on, and hats off to them. But some people can be like, I don't know, there's a lot of trial and error, there's a lot of uncertainties. This is a good time, I will say, to take as much risk as possible, because you're still young and you're still trying to figure out what's the best route for you and nobody else. And my 20s were pretty much rocky. There was a lot that happened within that 20s. I left a 7 years relationship. I moved to London. I was in a toxic relationship. I did my master's over there. I had the best time of my life. I then moved to Dubai. I met beautiful people who are now like my second family now. I found a new job career. I started the podcast. My fitness journey has improved ever since I was in my 20s. So a lot has happened and a lot has built me to who I am today. And I'm extremely grateful for all of it. You know, the good, the bad, the in-between, everything that I've been through has been the best time of my life because I've learned so much. I grew stronger. I have incredible memories. Like sometimes I like to sit down and I go through my pictures or my Instagram and I just look at all the memories that was built up and I'm like, wow, I lived a pretty good life despite it all, despite it not being easy sometimes. And yeah, I've been working on myself. I've been working on healing. Now, I'm not saying that everything's gonna be like rose and daisies in my 30s. I know there's still a lot of challenges coming, but the way that I would take a challenge now compared to in my 20s will be relatively different because I have all this like luggage of lessons that I've learned in my 20s to bring along with me in my 30s. Then I'm like, okay, I will still learn. Don't get me wrong. I will still be taking risk in my 30s. I will still be learning. But I'm coming with a little bit more equipment. It's like, you know, that little warrior that's going to that journey of war, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to make it sound negative. But like, you know, like I feel like I'm more equipped, put it like that. So yeah, I'm excited of this journey in my 30s. It's been a beautiful birthday celebration. I had a beautiful time with the most amazing people I could have asked to celebrate with. And I felt extremely special and I'm grateful. But one thing I wanted to share, and I'll be reading out of my phone because I can't memorize 30 lessons in my head. But I actually sat down, it was maybe 1 day or 2 days before I turned 30, where I kind of jotted down all the lessons, or at least most of the lessons that are on top of my head and that I wanted to share with you all. Again, these lessons are really related to myself. I hope that some people can also relate in their own context. I'm not saying that this is the lessons that everyone will learn. We're all on our different journey, and I keep saying this, but I hope that you can take few bits and bobs out of these 30 lessons. So I'm gonna get straight into it, and because otherwise I'll be blabbing my life away, you know. Let's start. 30 lessons I've learned in my 20s. Leaving home doesn't mean leaving yourself behind. You carry your island everywhere you go. Home is not always a place. Sometimes it's the peace you build within yourself. The girl who left her island is not the same woman rebuilding her life today, and that's growth. Struggle is not a setback. It's the soil where the strength takes roots. Trauma doesn't define me, but healing reshaped me. Master degrees teach you knowledge, but life teaches you wisdom. It's okay to admit you're still a work in progress. Sometimes moving countries is easier than moving on from pain, but both are possible. Solitude is not loneliness, it's where you meet yourself deeply. Grief comes in waves. Learn to float, not to fight it. Forgiveness is freedom, not approval. Not everyone you lose is a loss. Friendship can be seasonal, but the lessons remain eternal. Surround yourself with great human beings because energy is contagious and your support system is your foundation. Dubai showed me you can start again even when you feel broken. Independence is beautiful, but interdependence is powerful. No matter how far I travel, my island's heartbeat grounds me. Education opens doors, but courage walks you through them. Rest is as sacred as hustling. My body deserves love, not punishment. It carried me through it all. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's raw courage. It's okay to admit you're tired and still keep going. Happiness is not out there, it's built in small daily choices. Trusting yourself is the most valuable degree you'll ever earn. Silence can heal louder than words ever could. Protecting my energy is protecting my future. Fear is an invitation to step into a bigger version of myself. Gratitude turns survival into living. My past shaped me but doesn't own me. The best is yet to come. 30 is not the end, it's the beginning of becoming. And that sums up my 30 lessons I've learned in my 20s. At least, to be fair, can I be real with you all? I've learned way more than that. I've learned so much more, but I was trying to be concise. Otherwise, it would be a freaking whole day podcast. I wouldn't mind it if you guys didn't mind it, but that's me keeping it real. But yeah, also, can we talk about the fact that we're already, by the time you listen to that, it's October. What the helly? This year has just flown by. I thought 2024 was a very fast year, but 2025? Wow. And it's crazy the amount of things that happen from January to now. There's certain life changes happening in my life as well. Some of them which are out of my control. Some of them I can't discuss just yet because I'm not allowed to, but I'll keep it for another solo episode. But I will be honest with you, as much as celebrating my birthday has been one of the most beautiful time in this month of September, but September has also been very challenging in a lot of ways. It's trying to guide me into a different path. When you've been manifesting something, that's one thing. Anyone who's listening to me, be very wary of what you say to yourself and what you put out there, because the universe, God, the high above, however you want to call it, they listen. And I mean it. They do listen. Because there has been something I have been complaining for a long time now. The close people to me would know I've been ongoing complain about it. And maybe there's a part of me that was always fearing to take that step. But life was like, do you know what? If you're not ready to take that step, I'll make that step happen for you. And then just like that, when I least expected it, it came. So obviously it's a lot of navigating this new challenge coming my way. Again, it's hard to talk about it because I can't really speak about it just yet. But in the next couple of weeks, I'm planning to do another. When I figured it out, I'll do a solo and we can talk more about it, because I think this would be a topic that some of you will be able to relate as well. But yeah, I have been overwhelmed, stressed, overstimulated, to say the least. And that's again me keeping it real. And I don't come on this podcast just to talk about how tired I am or overwhelmed I am. There's been a lot of good things, and I'm excited also of the upcoming weeks ahead. There's a lot happening. But yeah, it's been busy. It's been very busy. I feel like my body is asking me to take a break, but I know I have to keep pushing for a little bit more, and then I'll give myself that break, that well-deserved break. But yeah, so there is a shift happening in a part of my life that I'll be talking about in the next couple of weeks. That's one. Why have I been overwhelmed as well is because I'm busy building this great space, this community, because to be real with you, I really want this podcast to become a community. I don't expect people to just be behind the screen and listen and like, comment, subscribe. That is your reminder to actually like, comment, and subscribe. But I want this to be bigger and better. I want people to feel like they're connected to each other. I want this to be a big community where we can gather around throughout the year and meet all of us and exchange as well. So yeah, some exciting things I'm working on, and obviously exciting things means challenges. As anyone that came on the podcast always say, obviously what you see behind on screens or on social media is one aspect of things, but the reality of things is behind the scenes. There's so much more that is going into everything. And I must say, I have to give a big shout out to all the people out there, to every single one of you, to be honest, because I know that we keep a smile on our face and we show a strong self, and we show up every single day, and for that, well done to you. But we do struggle at the same time, and that's absolutely fine. That's how life is, and that's something I've learned as well, that it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. This is what keeps pushing us and redirecting us into the right path. But talking about being overwhelmed, being a bit all over the place, if you may have noticed, I may have a little bit of ADHD kicking in, but yeah, it's a bit more prominent when you're doing a solo episode rather than when you're having someone next to you talking. But I must pull my phone again. Just give me a moment, because what I'm about to talk to you next is a big announcement, and I need my phone just to make sure I'm not giving away the wrong information. Let me try to do a drum roll without dropping my coffee. Okay. You got the drum roll. But I actually have a big announcement. I have been talking about Let's Meet Up behind the screen. So, my best friend and my big sister, Erica, is actually hosting a beautiful event called Unveil, A Journey Within, on the 11th of October from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the warehouse in Alcuz. All the description will be in the box below. But let me talk to you a little bit more about this event. This event is basically a morning designed to guide you through awareness, connection, but also to release a bit of your creative self. Reconnect with that inner child of yours. And honestly, the lineup for this program is unreal. We'll start with a beautiful sound healing session to just kind of ease you in, calm your mind with the beautiful Lena. Just so you know, Lena has been on the podcast last year, and she will be hosting obviously the sound healing session. Right after that, we'll move to a guided hypnotherapy session with Erica. It will be a group hypnotherapy session, and it'll help you to quiet your mind and really go deeper within. I have done myself a couple of sessions with Erica, individuals, but also in groups, and it's magical because it helps you to go deeper inside of your thoughts and gives you so much clarity after the session. Followed by, obviously, there will be a moment after the guided hypnosis. We'll go into a moment where we'll all gather around, have a journaling and a reflection moment where we'll do sharing circle, just a moment for yourself to process, obviously, all the thoughts that may pop up through this hypnotherapy session. bear in mind that Erica also was on the podcast, and we have a special episode talking about hypnotherapy. You're more than welcome to check it out as well. And then followed by that, we will have a fun little workshop, which is called the emotion painting, which will be hosted by Katerina, who will help us to, free ourselves with paint and paint on beautiful canvas and let our expression and emotion out and transform your feelings through art, which is a beautiful way as well. So obviously it is a morning that will help you to just be with yourself for a little bit, gift yourself that little extra time, of reconnecting with yourself. Because as I mentioned, Dubai is a place that is extremely fast-paced, and it's very important to connect to ourselves. And this event is the event for you to attend if you want to just have a moment for yourself, have a beautiful session of sound healing, guided hypnosis, journaling, and painting all together in the morning, and treat yourself to it. Well, I'll put the link below, and I will look forward to seeing you there. Please bear in mind that the spots are very, very limited, and I wouldn't want you to miss this event, because I promise you will not regret it. It is one event that will just transforms you, because I have done the sound healing with Lena. I have done guided therapy with Erica, and obviously who doesn't like painting? And trust me, all of these 4 things combined together will make you feel fresh, relief, like almost a rebirth. And also, just so you know, on a side note, you will be seeing me there, because I will be hosting and co-hosting, the journaling part and the sharing circle. So it's an opportunity for us to meet as well. I'm really excited to it. Don't forget, 11th of October at the Warehouse Alcus from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There'll be a few light bites and drinks available. So yeah, please come. It will be such a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm really excited. I'll put all the information, all the links for you to buy your tickets. And also, just so you know, there's actually a special gift. So for any of the first 20 registration, you will basically enter a draw to win a 101 RTT hypnotherapy session with Erica. And trust me, if I were you, I would want to win that, because Erica has helped me in so many ways in my healing journey, and those 101 sessions are even deeper and stronger and powerful than a group session. So I would welcome you to hurry up, click on that button, buy a ticket quickly so you can enter that draw, because honestly, it is a beautiful gift, and I would want one of you to experience that, because there's certain things that can't be explained and that needs to be experienced. So that's a bit of what's going on. I hope you enjoyed me blabbing my life away, like as I always do. But sometimes it's nice to reconnect with you all in a solo episode, and kind of, even for myself, to be honest, to put my thoughts down and share it through an episode. So yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed your cup of tea or cup of coffee or whatever you're drinking while you were listening to me. I hope you guys are excited for this new rebranding of Unfiltered with Mia. Let me know what's your thought about it. I'll be interested. Put some comments down, and after you've listened to this episode, it would mean the world to get some feedback. I'm excited for the upcoming guests coming up as well, and I'm beyond excited for this event, Unveil, which is going to be held on the 11th of October. If you're in Dubai, please don't miss out. It's going to be one of a kind of a morning, and also it would be a beautiful way to connect with one another, share our journey, connect with other people, and just enjoy the moment. So I think I will end today's episode. I think that is me done for today. And I look forward for the new episode with you all. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of a catch up with me. Have a beautiful rest of your week and keep it up. To anyone who is listening, just keep going. You got this. And I love you all. Thank you so much for listening. And on that note, I'm gonna love you and leave you. And I'll see you in the next one.